Hello pinball friends, I'm Davey from Stumble or Pinball and this is our flagship mod making PCB, the Lolly version 3. This is the board that powers all of our mods, and not just our mods but lots of other mod makers too. It can do LED lighting, it can run servos and motors and LED screens, all while picking up game information like switches and lamps and reacting accordingly. We've just introduced a lot of other new ways that this board can tap into that game information, and today I'm going to show you how to do it. Welcome back. So what kind of sensing are we going to be doing today? Well, we're specifically going to be looking at WPC sound sensing. Now, WPC games, pinball games, were made by Bally Williams in the 80s and 90s and have classics like Medieval Madness, Attack from Mars, Monster Bash, Funhouse, and games like that in their roster. The way these games work is all of the circuit boards are in the back box and they communicate by these ribbon cables in between all of the boards. So what we're going to do is tap into these ribbon cables, work out when certain sounds are playing, and then get the Lolly to react to those sounds. So I've got the Lolly version 3 on the bench here. The usual sensing daughter board that sits here has been replaced by this RJ45 connector that will enable us to receive the data. We've also got a testing board here that will be emulating the sounds coming from the WPC motherboard and sending them out. And we've got this small sensing board here that will ordinarily be sat in the back box of your machine to pick up those sound signals. So I'm going to connect all this up. You can see that that board is now powered and its blue blinky light is blinking, and I'll connect the ribbon cable as though it was sitting in the machine. Okay, that's all connected up now. I've got my Lolly app over here. This is the Stumble or Mod editor app, and I've gone into this new section which is called Events, which will show all of the event information coming in. That's all of the sensing information, so it could be switches or lamps or coils or anything. Today we're just going to be using it to look at the sounds coming in. So using my testing board over here, I'll select a sound, so that's sound 4, and then click test. And you can see that sound 4 has now appeared in the Stumble or Mod editor app. These sounds that you can see here have names associated with them. I See You Now. For those people, they might recognize what that sound is. That's from Funhouse. And we can select which game is being looked at using this game data drop down in the settings menu. So I've currently got Funhouse selected, which is why these sounds are coming through with their text names. Come back here, another Rudy call from Funhouse. So all of the sounds that will be happening in the machine will now appear here. If I want to monitor one of those sounds and do something on the Lolly board, I can select the sound and add it as a trigger to one of the outputs. I've added, I'll just get rid of this one first. I've added it as an event to the left sling. The left sling is this output here. Let's plug something into it. I've got this LED screen that I'm going to be plugging in. At the moment that will be just playing a pulsing pattern, but let's change that to a GIF that I uploaded earlier, which is a fire. Don't know whether you can see it. Let me turn down the brightness. I might be able to see it a bit better. There we go, fire pattern on that LED screen. Right, so the event that came through earlier was this one. Come back here, and when this event happens, I want to play the same graphic, but in a different color. So let's make it green. Turn the brightness right down so you can see it. Let's test it using this method. So now that I'm monitoring that, testing on this board up here, there we go. We'll turn it green. Now, we can monitor other events. So play again. No, let's have a look. It's getting late. That's another classic Rudy call. Now, if I test that, nothing's happening on the screen until I monitor it. Add it to left sling. Let's change this to purple this time. And if I test it again now, that goes purple. So 5 turns it green, 7 turns it purple. And that essentially is sound sensing on a WPC game. We can not only control LED screens, we can control anything using these same triggers. Let's have a bit of fun with our good friend Jabberkitty, who got destroyed a couple of weeks ago, and I've just repaired him, all ready to go for testing. He's connected to R-Sling at the moment. Now you can see if I move his arm from 0 degrees to 180 degrees, it goes down. But let's have some fun with him and again monitor some of these sounds. So number 5, let's go into events. Where was 5? So 5, let's add it to right sling. So when game event sound come back here, do this, move him to 180 for 1 second, then rest. And likewise with sound 7, right sling, we'll add that to, we'll just do 90 degrees for that for 1 second and rest. So that means when this sound comes through, goes to 180. When sound 7 comes through, moves to 90. Let's see that in conjunction with the LED screen. Jabberkitty and the LED screen. Let's move him down so that you can see that properly. Okay, sound 5, green, 180. Sound 7, purple, 90. Hey presto, WPC sound sensing and the lolly together at last. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.